got together in August of 2018.
There is something magical about virtual worlds. I think that it's a lot more interesting to meet people.
We moved in together the week before the COVID lockdowns hit. I don't know how either of us would have gotten through all of the stress and stuff and all the uncertainty and everything that was going on.
I ended up proposing during COVID because I just realized, like, okay, this is for sure what I want to do with the rest of my life. Spend it with her.
Ultra is an art nerd and went to art school, and going to museums was like something that I really like to do in real life.
I will be completely honest though with you, Drax. I love making my wife happy, but if we could do it on Second Life, have your own sort of intimate experience with like the works, even just with the virtual world itself, but not really be seen at the same time.
I don't think we would really ever leave SL. I mean, even now that we are married in real life and that she sits literally like right behind me.
It's just even better now because we could be spending time on Second Life together and also go take the dog for a walk, cook dinner together, and fall asleep next to each other.
I don't really foresee us ever riding off into the sunset from SL.
We have been together 10 years, 11 years. Oh, I forgot a year.
10 years in real life.
I've always said that it was meant to be.
I found it interesting that we both had similar real life. We were basically both tough characters.
I'm a retired 911 dispatch supervisor. I worked for 30 plus years, talked people out of taking their lives, taking other people's lives, delivered babies over the phone.
And I was a soldier, so I was used to life-threatening situations.
We actually met through another veteran who was throwing a memorial service for my late husband. James showed up and immediately started sending me messages, and we chatted.
I made the connection of, oh, this is the wife of a deceased veteran. What can I do to help her?
And then we just started going to different places together to just wander and hang out.
She caught my attention from the very beginning.
There was a reason that I was put where I was at the time, and the reason he showed up.
I think honestly it's just being there for each other and trying to fill in the other person with their strengths, and that's kind of how we've had to do over the last 14 years to make it work. What do you think?
I think that's pretty spot on.
We were role players, and his sim came to raid my sim, and he got captured. So I literally drug him off, and that was pretty much it.
I was a spoil of war.
Back in 2010, it was in Gore.
You have two kids. How old are they?
Hayden is 17, and Gavin will be turning 12.
What do they think of Second Life, the place where their parents met?
Our 17-year-old is kind of anti-Second Life.
What? They are dissing SL?
They're just excited that we might be on YouTube. They want to be YouTubers.
Oh God, no, help them. In real life, you apparently lived very close to each other.
Less than an hour and a half apart when we first met.
I happened to be like, oh, well, I live in Illinois. And she's like, no joke, I live in Missouri. And then it was about, 10 o'clock at night one day. I decided I'm going to go down and visit her, and we've been pretty much inseparable since.
Fate has spoken decisively in both worlds.
It's not my area of expertise, but fate does work in many, many ways.
Exactly.
We've been together for about 4.5 years.
We met May 25th
in the Savoy Ballroom.
In real life, shortly after we met in SL.
She was beginning to see that I'm not just one of these players out there who's trying to do more than what was appropriate.
When my marriage fell apart, I felt like I'm going to do my own thing for the rest of my life and didn't feel the need to have that pressure of intimacy. I mean, why go through all that hassle?
We weren't looking to just find somebody else to fill the space for ourselves. I found somebody of a kindred spirit. I thought that this woman right here is amazing and remarkable. I'll let her know that.
As a senior citizen with grown grandchildren, my brain doesn't say I got older.
Even in the real world, we wish that we were just a little bit younger. We all dream of that condition.
Being with no wrinkles is wonderful, and to change my hair on a whim.
Or that you can fly. I tried jumping off a roof when I was a kid with a little cape on my back. Did it work there? No, not in the real world. But in Second Life, all you have to do is hit your page up and you're flying.
I don't know if you ever knew Avid Miami, but he was the owner of Love Actually. He unfortunately passed away March 1st of 2015. He and I were in a relationship. He's handicapped in real life, but he had his computer programmed in such a way where he was able to take both of the photos of me as a blonde and him. He wasn't able to use a mouse. He used all voice commands, and pictures are amazing. I really got to know him, and I did discover the true meaning of love in Second Life. I didn't want his dream to die, so I made this agency in honor of him. It's more the old school way. We have panels on the walls, women seeking men, men seeking men. And people can create a panel for one Linden, throw up a picture and a bio card about themselves. People can click on their panel. If they like what they read or see, then they can like it, or they can just move on. So many panels to look at, huh? There's so many faces.
But what about furries, Ariel? I don't see a furry section.
We will be having a furry section coming very soon. We just need to make space for it, obviously. A lot of people want to find love in the Second Life, but furries need love too.
We met a bit over 11 years ago. My name in Second Life is Shady.
My name is Luci.
11 and a half years at this point, I think. A lot of people say that that's life goals, and we're just kind of like, oh, well, thank you, because you have to dedicate some serious time and effort to make it work.
Looking back, I was very cringy and awkward with how I approached her. She entertained me, though.
After getting to know each other, I found out that he is kind of an idiot, but like in the funny way.
Once we got past the cringy part, we started joking around. We realized like, oh, wow, we actually kind of click.
I get that a lot where people try to come up to me with the suave, cool, like, I'm a cool man kind of thing. And I'm like,
the Giga Chad.
no, please. I'm like, just be grounded with me, be level with me. He was. The biggest part of that is just getting to know people through text. You don't even have to speak with them over voice.
It's just internet savvy that you develop from being online as much as we have.
You can really, really get a read for people and how people are.
If you're a good person, even if you're a little cringe or awkward or an idiot like myself, it's okay because there is somebody that appreciates that.
Oh, yes.
Duplicat and I got together 11 years ago, and just recently, as little as 3 months ago, we moved in together. I am confident it will last. I am very clairvoyant. I know everything. I'm omnipotent.
We both have a lot in common. We both have enough not in common that we can have our own lives too. And he's amazing. I've waited my whole life for him.
My side of the story is her side of the story. The one thing that got my interest in Duplicat, she said she was playing another online game. And I said, oh, what game is that? And she said, Mist. and I'm a big Myst fan. So immediately I go, this person has brains. Stupid people don't play Myst.
I wandered up to see if you want to talk.
I found out he was a musician. I was gobsmacked. I thought he was excellent.
Then she became my manager.
Well, more of an organizer.
If it wasn't for Duplicat, I would have been running around like a Quartz with my head cut off.
Someday you'll find it is looking for you.
There's some very decent people that like to connect, and the field is level because you may have a beautiful avatar, but you cannot fool people for very long as to what really is going on the inside. It's harder for people to hide who they are on a game, or a game, sir, there I said it, in a world like SL.
I know that somewhere they're waiting there for you. Now it's morning, they're gone. You wanna know how I do? Someday you'll find it, it's looking for you. Misguided hearts are always broken in two.
Action? Oh, come on.